Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up the top of the hill and then he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. This is rather impromptu. I'm in a park in the middle of Glebe in Sydney. Never been here before. I am sitting in a playground by myself at 4:30 in the afternoon on a Sunday with a camera. It's a little bit inconspicuous. That nursery rhyme kept playing around in my head. I've had an interesting few weeks and I thought it was my time to talk about mental health. I think it's something incredibly important, and when it comes to starting university, there is a lot to be discussed. I'm going to keep it very brief. That nursery rhyme holds a lot of status in my head, because when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. But then there are days when you're neither up nor down. You are in a limbo state, and that's what I found myself in the last couple of days, because I've had some incredibly high highs and some incredibly low lows that they kind of all meld together. Back when I was in London, I did a lot of walking by myself, going to places by myself, and I found the best way to continue with looking after myself is doing the same thing here, going for walks and figuring life out without anyone else involved. I am getting looked at, by the way. I struggle very heavily with anxiety, and it's just gotten worse as I've gotten older, but at the same time I don't let that kind of stop me. There's a lot to be said of putting big labels on small things, or putting small labels on big things in that same regard. Sometimes you need to figure out what's going on in your head. Sometimes you need to take a moment for yourself. I think the biggest thing I can recommend when you are starting university is to stop and take a minute, whether it be a minute every day or 5 minutes every week. Let yourself figure out what your head is feeling, because it's so easy to get caught up in all the excitement, the new people, new things, all the coursework you're meant to be doing. It's so easy to get wrapped up in it. And if you do that, it's so dangerous, and you could slip so quickly into not taking stock of your own emotions. It's such a cliche. Be reflective, sit back and think about yourself. But do, sometimes I'll be eating dinner and I'll turn Netflix off for once and just be. Just let yourself be, because it's very, very easy to march yourself up that hill and come crashing down just as fast. That being said, I'm loving university. I'm loving it. It's great fun. I'm making new things. There's a big new project being shot around here very soon. I've met some incredible people, having a really good time. I'm learning to like Sydney. Not quite at love yet, because I'm impartial to Melbourne, but I'm learning to love it. I'm definitely at a point now that I'm letting myself get wrapped up in things, and it's for the better. I'm not sitting around dwelling on the small things as much, but there are days, like today, where I sat in this park alone, not as creepy as it sounds, on a swing, and just had a think, and I just happened to have my camera with me, like the good old days. Look after yourselves. That's the main message. Be kind to yourself, take stock, and breathe. Now I better get out this playground before someone thinks I'm a weirdo.